1,000 years from now, if there's still intelligent life on Earth, archaeologists will look back on this time, and if they come across the remains of punk rock, they probably will wonder what happened in our society to create such an aberration. Many of us wonder the same thing today.
Something different. I don't know. It's just trying to cope in this world that's so screwed up, you know. Trying to be different, not having to conform. And I think that a lot of us, the thing that we have in common is that I don't want to say, I don't think we're better. I just think that we might think about what's going on to us and the world more. And in our writing and the songs, that's what comes out. We see what's around us. We're more aware. And I think that's why we want to be different, is that I don't want to say, I don't think we're better. I just think that we might think about what's going on to us and the world more. And in our writing and the songs, that's what comes out. We see what's around us, we're more aware. And I think that's why we want to be different. The whole thing was just to change and try and do what you want and not care what people think, just say what you feel, and that's what we're doing. Now, if you call it punk, fine. I mean, I don't care what you call it. I really don't. It's just a name. It's just a name to tag on to. That's right. It doesn't matter.
I got Talk Circle together after 2 years of frustration of trying to get a band together of all girls. And I look back at it now, and I can't even believe that I didn't give up, because I was faced with so many obstacles of my male friends saying, oh, you can't do that, you don't know how to play. When the whole idea of punk was that you didn't know you didn't have to know how to play, and yet some of my male friends said, you don't know how to play, you don't know how to use a distortion box. Rather than sitting me down and showing me how to use a distortion box, they just said, you can't do it. Now, not all of my male friends were like that. I did get encouragement from a lot, but there definitely was the feeling that it was not as easy for me to complete my vision of being in a punk rock band as it was for my male friends. My male friends said, let's get a band together, and within 2 months they were out playing, and it took me 2 years. Epicenter started, the whole idea was to create a space for people to create a community. So the idea was to create a space where people who were into punk could go, not just to listen to new music, but meet and share ideas and have it be an outlet for other like things as well, like film and art, and there was the library that was created.
definitely give you a call. Yeah, that'd be great. Right on it.
What did you think about that march that we met you at on last Saturday?
Oh, right. The march. I used to be very vocal politically and go to a lot of marches. We did a lot of organizing back in Illinois, political type stuff. But now my politics are much more personal. I don't feel comfortable speaking like politically on a social level. It's just not where I'm at right now. I would rather implement my politics in a personal way in my own life and the lives of those I touch. I don't get much gratification from public displays anymore. I think I've got a disillusion too. My writing has always been a kind of cathartic release for me. I do other things. I paint, I play music also. Writing's always been something I've had to do. Giving credit where credit is due. Drop the fucking bomb already. Jesus fucking Christ. If I had a hammer, if I had a fucking gun, fuck the hammer. Fuck the goddamn hammer. Give me a semi-automatic and leave the holds off the bars this time, because I'm feeling a bit disillusioned, disappointed, let down, kind of tired, right? And as soon as I climb out of this hole I dug myself right back in, despite my resistance, I might even be a tad bit jaded, a little worse for the wear. You know, I'll write something and it's this huge release. And not only can I communicate to others, you know, what I've been through and how I feel and how it's changed me as a person, but I'm changed as a person through writing it.
We said redefine life for yourself. Because the 70s incense and love didn't solve our problems. Because the 80s narcissistic critics of self-hatred never brought us any closer to the truth. And what about the 90s? Give me some air. I can't breathe in here. We said the train ride isn't over yet. You think we pass up this chance? The momentum of grinding gears, the sheer velocity of taking risks, and not giving in, not giving up.
I got the picture. My name's Wendy, and I also go by the name of Wendy Omatic. I started out doing spoken word and poetry in the scene. I still do that. I go to shows and I'll read before bands or I'll read for benefits. But mostly I've been doing this thing with gag order for about 2 years, encouraging women to be outspoken and say how they feel and say what they mean. And
shut the fuck up! Yeah. Oh God, this is really hard to do. This is exactly what we're talking about. If you don't want to listen, go outside and come back with a band. We hear you!
I mean, I write because I think it's a political activity to record your history. Our generation's going to disintegrate if people don't record what we're all about, why we're here. It's not just about doing drugs and listening to music, and it's about, you know, connecting and learning from each other and learning from mistakes, and so that's why I do what I do.
Most of my life has been driven by anger. My anger constitutes, transforms, steals air, steals word. It's getting harder and harder for me to describe how I feel. If I cannot reach inside myself, find the language, then we cannot communicate. I have worn this skin of anger for so many years.
Well, I've seen highs and lows in the scene. I'm like 27 years old, so I got in the scene about maybe 11 years ago, and it's still pretty male-dominated, especially like as a spoken word way. I mean, there's not a lot of women getting out there and trying to like get across a really strong or controversial issues, or it's pretty non-confrontational, but I think more and more women are trying to stand out and not be afraid to say, you know, sexual preferences or what their political involvement is, or even just finding their own voice.
And I wrote something, I want to share it with you. It's not easy for me, but I want to try to do this. Do it! I look over at Wendy,
and try to find words, but descriptions are useless, words trite, meaningless, innocuous. It's downright fucking stupid to even begin to try to discover a method to communicate about my connection to her. People have tried to destroy that connection, but our fire consumes me, engulfs me, an endless burning and yearning to be forever warmed by your smile, by your touch, your love. I can reach out and touch you right now, envelop you, hold you, and caress you to me, and even that would never communicate my connection to you. It's just never enough. At times I feel like nothing can be said to describe this.
I found with, not necessarily with more women, I think it has to do a lot with the times too, and how the music's changed over the years. But the lyrics and such are coming from a much more personal level now. It's like how I feel, not how I think the world should be changed necessarily, but how I feel in my own personal life and how I want to change that, or I want the people around me to change, or just to tell you how I feel.